Hello, everyone! Today we're going to dive into one of the most fascinating processes in biology. Osmosis. So, what exactly is osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of water molecules through selectively permeable membrane from an area of low solute concentration to an area of high solute concentration. The water moves to balance the concentration of solutes on both sides of the membrane. Imagine a cell with a membrane that only lets water pass through. On one side, there's a dilute solution with fewer solutes, like salt or sugar, and on the other side, there's a more concentrated solution. The water molecules move through the membrane toward the more concentrated side to balance the concentration of solutes. This movement continues until equilibrium is reached. Let's think about plants for a moment. Osmosis plays a crucial role in their survival. Water moves into plant roots from the soil, where the concentration of water is higher, and inside the root cells, the water concentration is lower. This keeps the plant hydrated and helps it stay firm and turgid. Without osmosis, plants wouldn't be able to get the water they need to grow. Osmosis can happen in different environments, and understanding the types of solution is the key. So, there are three main types. First is hypertonic solution. Here, the solute concentration is higher outside the cell, so water moves out of the cell, causing it to shrink. Second is hypotonic solution. Here, the solute concentration is lower outside the cell, so water moves into the cell, causing it to swell or even burst in extreme cases. Lastly, isotonic solution. Here, the solute concentration is equal inside and outside the cell, so there is no net movement of water, and the cell stays the same size. In animal cells, osmosis is just as crucial. For example, red blood cells in our body need to maintain the right balance of water. If they are placed in a hypertonic solution, like salt water, they will shrink. But if they are placed in a hypotonic solution, like fresh water, they will swell or burst. That is why our bodies need to maintain the right balance of fluids very carefully. Osmosis isn't just happening in our bodies and plants, it is at work in everyday life, too. For instance, when you soak raisins in water, water moves into the raisins through osmosis, making them swell. This principle is also used in medical treatments like dialysis, where osmosis helps to remove waste from the blood. Osmosis is a vital process that ensures cells maintain the right balance of water and solutes. It is not just about keeping plants hydrated or keeping red blood cells function. Osmosis is a process that underpins much of life as we know it. Whether it's in our cells, plants, or even in everyday activities, osmosis is working quietly behind the scenes. Indeed, osmosis is a fascinating and crucial process. And, with that being said, let's dive right into it with some recap questions. For the first question, what happens to a cell when placed in a hypertonic solution? In a hypertonic solution, the concentration of solutes is higher outside the cell than inside. As a result, the water will move out of the cell through osmosis, causing the cell to shrink. For the second question, how does osmosis influence plant watering? Osmosis ensures that water enters plant cells from the soil, keeping them hydrated and turgid. This helps plant cells maintain their shape and structural integrity. So, the next time you water a plant, remember that osmosis is working hard to keep it healthy. For the last question, how does osmosis impact the process of drying foods like raisins? By placing the raisins in a sugar or salt solution, or simply in the air, water inside the food moves out to the surrounding environment. This process helps preserve food by reducing moisture content, which prevents bacteria and mold from growing. That is how raisins maintain their flavor and shelf life. If you have answered all of these questions correctly, then you are osmotastic.
Thanks for joining me today. I hope this helped you understand osmosis a bit better. See you next time.